What's up, everybody? Let's do it. Sunday edition of Morning Scone. Presented by Boudreaux. Bloody Mary Mix, Margarita Mix. Drew's here. Uh-oh. 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 What you doing, bud?
Oh, dear, Pop.
Huh? Did you fall? Oh, we after Dad's show, we will go to Home Depot. That y'all. Wow. I mean, he was walking in here, and I mean, y'all probably heard the thump. I mean, he heard me start. He walked in here, and he just went like I could see him walking. He just went boom. He's fussing now. He might have just realized that actually hurt. Hey, bud. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Okay, we'll get rolling. Thanks to Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix, Margarita Mix for sponsoring Morning Scone each and every single day of our lives. And we get to see each other every day, and that makes me so very happy. LSU beat Rice last night. Awesome. Yeah. But really nice to see the offense get going. Talk about that. Saints, Eagles today. Pumped about that. Defending champs. Saints can really get some distance today, man. You get this win. You make it 9 in a row. You move to 9-1 for all intents and purposes. I know mathematically it's probably not, but you'd nine wins, you'd lock up a playoff spot seemingly today. You know, that's an awesome feeling. But Saints obviously eyeing much more than that this year. So we'll get into that if you want to talk Saints Eagles as well. Fire away, questions, comments, concerns as always. Say some good mornings. Everett Himmel, David Furr, Justin Robinson, and Sharon, good morning. Nick Torina, a Whitney Bro, good morning. Brad Jean, Chad Brown, Kyle Larison, Justin Robinson, Emil Ray, good morning. Get Jeffrey. Hey, Emil, the funny thing is, so for those who missed it, we're doing whiskey and wine last night, me and Jordy, and at the end, so we're watching the end of Vanderbilt Ole Miss, and there's a play in the end zone if you missed it. A.J. Brown from Ole Miss looks like, in overtime, looks like he catches a touchdown pass. They review it, they overturn it. Anyway, I watch it in slow-mo and I go, that's not going to stand. That's an interception. Because A.J. Brown, he catches the ball, he pulls it in. As he's going down, there's a Vanderbilt guy on him, and he holds the ball out like to get away from the Vanderbilt guy. And as he's going down on his back, and all, he loses it. And the Vandy guy over him he pins it against his helmet, and he ends up with the ball. And Jordy's like, it's a touchdown. So I was like, Jordy, that's an interception, man. Like, you have to control the ball, like, through the ground. You have to survive the ground, kind of is how they say it. I'm like, he lost the ball during that process, and the Vanderbilt guy, I'm like, that's an interception. Well, this guy, Jeffrey Hathorn, however you say, Hathorne, he's like, no way, that's an interception, man. Do your job, like study your job better, something like that. So I started calling him. So anyway, they come back with the ruling that it was an incomplete pass. In fact, it wasn't a catch, that it was incomplete because the Vanderbilt guy's foot was out of bounds, but still, it would have been a pick. Anyway, so I just started crushing that guy with a fun expletive, and hey, and it was funny. So I just started telling everybody to go like message him, blow up his time, I blow up his feed. He went on to Instagram and started private messaging me. Big blog. It was funny. Be careful. You might just end up as the butt of the joke. Hi. Well, hey, what are you doing today? Are you having to go? We are going to go to Home Depot this morning. Oh, why are all these books falling over? That's no bueno.
Home Depot.
Home Depot, never heard of it. Sorry about that. Y'all got to look at my backside. Sorry about that. And there's some wasp spray on that shelf too. Probably kill the wasp. Big block. All right. Herb Hunsus, good morning. Lonnie Terrell, good morning. So, what'd y'all think of Lisa Bickley, good morning. Nate Green, Blake Dayrees, Trivia, Carl the Cat, Burke, what's up, man? Scott Bork, Big Block, Chuck Sanchez, Brad Myers, Cody LeBlanc, Matt Boyles, good morning from Pittsburgh, Chuck. How about that? Alvino, good morning. David Freeman. David first says, I'm concerned about the A&M game. Look like we're catching him at a bad time. David? I've been saying that for a long time now, and it's not just when you're catching them, it's the matchup. A&M can run the football. LSU's run defense has not been good against better running games. You can say all you want about where they are statistically and all this stuff. Florida gashed them, Bama gashed them, State ran it for 200 yards. Well, old boy just couldn't throw the football. And Georgia's rushing total wasn't great, mostly because they had a third play catch up, but Elijah Holyfield ran for 8 yards a carry, and DeAndre Swift ran for 6 yards a carry. I mean, they gutted LSU early in that game, and inexplicably went away from the run. Anyway, A&M can run the ball, and they're great against the run. What A&M does not, big block. What A&M does not do well is defend the pass. And that's the one thing LSU doesn't do well. So if LSU can go to College Station next week and throw the ball, I think they got a great chance to win. Because I think LSU's defense is good enough to keep them in any game. But they're going to have to throw the ball on the road to win. And you look at LSU's road games, you needed the walk-off field goal from Cole to beat Auburn when you were down double digits in the second half, in the fourth quarter. You lost at Florida. And you sludged your way through a game against Arkansas, a really bad team, which gave up 52 yesterday to Mississippi State. Yeah, that Mississippi State team scored 52 yesterday against Arkansas. Anyway, I mean, I know there's a lot of LSU fans that have just scribbled 10-2 on a record. I mean, next week, I think next week is a coin flip game. I don't know if the spreads come out yet. Well, hey, you keep falling down. Hey. You watching baseball? Why you keep falling down? You keep falling right there, baby. What's going on right here? You need to be careful. Shoot some shoes or something, big dog. It's twice now he's falling in that spot. Same thing comes around here and he falls right there. It's like there's something on the ground or something. Oh boy. Hey. Hey, come see Daddy. Come see. It's okay. You want to come see Daddy? Hey, Drew. Hey, are you watching Big Block? After Dad's show, we will go to Home Depot. Okay? After Dad's show. Huh?
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Clap hands for Home Depot. Clap hands, Big Block, sing song. Big Block, sing song is what is on. Love you. Clap hands for Big Block sing song. Big Block sing song is what is on.
Be back.
Clap hands for Big Block. It really rocks.
Howdy.
We will go to Home Depot after Dad's show. Okay?
Hi.
He's telling everybody hi.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Are you just sitting there now? No, he's just sitting in that spot. He just decided he was going to sit down right there. 1, 2, 3. And what do you... Yep. Not really sure what's going on there with him today. Just kind of sitting right there. Anyway. All right. Carl just finished watching Whiskey and Wine. Thank you, Carl. So you got to see the end of our show with the Jeffrey Hathorn experience. It's worth going back and scrolling just to the last 5 minutes because me and Jordy ended up just having a case of the giggles at the end of that show last night. Nick Torina, Manny Miles front runner for Heisman. How about that, man? Manny Miles threw a touchdown pass yesterday. His first attempt, 38-yarder. If you didn't see it, he heaved one into the end zone like a Hail Mary. He heaves it into the end zone. It gets batted or tipped 2 or 3 times and caught for a touchdown. It was pretty cool. His first touchdown pass. It was pretty cool. And Les and Kathy and Smacker and Macy were all there. They went for the game, so it was pretty cool for them to be there to see it. Danny Braywick, good morning. Mark, good morning. Let's see. Citadel scored 17. Goes to show you, man. And I know what people are going to say. Well, Bama wasn't up for the Citadel. Probably some of that for sure. But at the same time, go play your game, and it shouldn't come to that. With the Citadel, what they do, man, triple option. So you don't read your keys. You do something schematically to make them run, make them think. You can score. How about this guy on the Citadel Twitter, though, trolling LSU and Mississippi State? We scored, guys. It's not that hard. He ats LSU and at Mississippi State football. It's pretty funny. Joseph Roy, Val Browning, Petey Kern, good morning. Don Jolibois, good morning. Tom Guidros, Trivia said, don't bring your garbage mouth in here, Matt. This is a family show. Exactly. That's what I said. That's reserved for the late night crowd on the ESPN page. Everybody knows it's like walking into you go watch Whiskey and Wine. It's like going into a bar room with your buddies after the game. That's the whole vibe of that show. So you understand it's gonna be a little edgier. Patty Cutrer, good morning, or Cutrer. Imad Ricky, LSU 10-2 plus. We'll see, man. Jimmy Vadreen, Brian Myers, what's up, y'all? Mark Allen, Mike Edwards, Janet Lockhart. Pels looking good last night. I saw they won. Beat Denver last night, scored 125. When they're right, they look pretty good, man. And then I saw Alfred Payton broke his finger 2 nights ago. It's Friday night. It sucks. Just want to get him back. They lose him again. When this team's full strength, they could be fun. Let's talk again about it around Christmas. Ben Giat, good morning. Let's see. Trivia. That game was hella boring last night. It was. But at least they scored, man. The worst part about those games is when it's slow and you're turning the ball over. Now Burrow had a pick, but it was overturned or discarded because of the offsides penalty by Rice. But for the most, and LSU did fumble. John Trey Kirkland fumbled. That was the. Look, I'll go through my notes real quick for those that didn't see Whiskey and Wine last night. I love the jump pass touchdown to Stephon Sullivan. I don't know why you don't throw it up more to a guy who's 6'7", isolate him, let him go make a play. Thought Tyler Shelvin played well last night. He had a sack, hit the most he's played all season by far. And you could tell he's disruptive, man. He could be a really good player if he gets out on the field. LSU showed a lot of tempo offensively last night. I love that. I understand the thought of why you go away from tempo because you don't want to tire out your defense, etc., whatever. At some point, you got to go score. If I'm a defense, I'd rather be playing with a lead than what happened what's happened over the last month. So I love the tempo. Bad stuff. John Trey Kirkland's fumble. I wish they would have gone back to it, to the Wildcat stuff. Before I forget, I'm gonna hit the share button. Hopefully, y'all hit the share button as well. It's a big help. I'm gonna share it to my personal profile. Hopefully, you'll share it as well. It's how we grow the show, man. That and y'all supporting Boudreaux, so give them a like as well. Like their page. I wish they would have gone back to 2, 3, big block. 1, 2, 3, big block. Cool. I wish. Cool. Scone. ABC. Happy birthday. All right, we'll see you later. I wish I would have gone back to Kirkland in the Wildcat after his fumble. It's one of those things, no doubt, you practice a whole bunch and you dial it up in a game like that where there's low risk. If it doesn't go well, he fumbled on the first snap that he got it. But go back. You'll see it sometimes, man. Guys will fumble. Hey! Guys will fumble, they'll go right back to him in the next play. Hey! Drop passes were awful. I loved Miles Brennan, the pass he made from the left hash across the field to Jefferson that went for 39 yards. Home Depot. After that show, we'll go. You can see the arm. You can see the arm talent. Stark contrast to Burrow, who's a good player but doesn't have that arm. Brennan's arm is just different. Hey, Home Depot. Okay. All right, Chris Roy, James Tyrone, good morning. Blake said, hey, Matt, thoughts on the wide receivers, all the drops. You know, on Whiskey and Wine, some people were talking about Jerry Sullivan, and hey. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Like a cat, on the stretch. I don't know how y'all feel, man, and I've never played receiver, but at some point in a game, the wide receiver coach can't go catch the ball for guys. I mean, if the quarterback puts it there and, like, Jefferson just doesn't squeeze it, like, that's, he dropped 2 touchdowns last night. Sullivan dropped 1 too. It's like, I guess you could do more pass catching drills, coach them up, but at some point you just gotta go catch the ball, man. I mean, it sucked. Lack of concentration, maybe. I don't know, but that was the most disappointing thing from last night were the drop passes for sure. Kevin Harrell, good morning. Aunt Mary, good morning. Kevin Milano, Cassidy Russo, good morning. James Tyrone in Nashville, good morning. Ooh, his show ended. Hang on, y'all. Hey. Hey. What do you want? Hey, do you want baby? You want Big Block? You're watching Big Block. Alright, what Big Block do you want? Do you want... Oh, you don't want animals. Ah, Debo. Bibla. How about that? It's a commercial. 5 seconds, Drew. You ready? Is this what you want? Big Block. Whoop. Drew's food's done. Hang on. Hang on. See? Wait. Okay. Wait. Use your words. Hey, use your words. This is Big Block. Drew, come on, Drew. Okay, let's come back in here. Oh, Lord. Hang on, y'all. Go deal with him. Hang on, y'all. Let me see what he wants. Drew, you want baby? See if that's what he wants. I can't believe y'all like so patient just staring at a chair. Anyway, Brent Burgess, good morning from the deer stand. God bless y'all, man. Saints by a touchdown. I don't think so, man. I don't think this is close. 3:30 in the dome, defending champs, tons of emotion. The Eagles down 2 starting corners. I don't think the Eagles can stop the Saints, man. I think this gets ugly today. Line's 8.5. I think Saints got it, man. Michael Moore, love your hat. Oh, cool, man. Thanks. This was you dancing? A few years ago, a group did a movie called Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Wow. Papa Truck Seat. You did go on Papa Truck Seat. There's a movie called The Old War Schools, The History of LSU Football. And this was the logo, the L with like the cannons crossing, like the military logo. This was the logo of the movie. and they made some apparel. And I remember we promoted. I had like the director, the producer on, and sort of as a thank you, they sent me a hat. I was like, I love to do. I love this hat. So I don't know if they still have them for sale. Like I don't. I'd say go look at Old War School, like SKULE. That's like the old name, like the nickname for LSU from its military roots and all. Anyway, I'd say go check out, see if they still have any apparel available. But it's cool. I like it a lot. Let's see. Chris Roy. Good morning from Atlanta. Herb reminds me I need to go to Home Depot, pick up 2-door frames. See? Advertising works. Although Home Depot doesn't advertise with us, but Boudreaux's does. Bloody Mary mix, margarita mix. That should remind you. You need some Bloody Mary mix and margarita mix. By the way, if anybody's a distributor and you want to carry this product, please contact me. Or if you're a store owner or maybe like a restaurant owner, you'd like to make a specialty cocktail for your menu involving Boudreaux's, that'd be cool as well. Jeremy Crawford, Kelly McBennett, good morning. Thoughts on the Citadel scoring on Bama? Everybody scored on Bama, except LSU and Mississippi State. But it was 10 at 10 at half, and Bama fumbled the second half kickoff. Citadel got it. They kick a field goal. It's waved off for a false start, and then they move him back 5 and kid missed it. They would have had a lead. Bama hadn't trailed in the second half all year. David Jenkins, I sure hope LSU players and coaches aren't listening to fans who are already talking 10-2. It's not automatic. Saints won today 31-21. I like that score for the Saints, 31-21. I would be surprised if they score more than that. Lonnie Terrell, early thoughts on the A&M game. I think when the line comes out today, I won't be surprised if A&M's maybe like a 1 point. I think that's going to vacillate this week. Pick'em, LSU 1, A&M 1. Like if it's anything more than a field goal either way, I will be very surprised. I think it's a bad matchup for LSU. I think LSU struggled on the road. I don't think they have struggled on the road, and A&M runs the ball well and is elite at stopping the run. And LSU, I don't think, has proven they can go just sling it around consistently. If LSU can go to A&M and Burrow can throw for 250, like that's a bad pass defense. Like A&M's pass defense is not good. It's similar to Arkansas. But LSU went to Arkansas and tried to throw. Remember, they threw it 7 of their first 9 plays, and, well, then they proceeded to run it on 13 to 14 plays. So, see, man, I think that's a tough matchup. I think A&M's crowd is going to be sky high for it. I think the Jimbo factor makes it super intriguing. I just think that's one of those games that it's going to come down in the fourth quarter to someone with the ball, like LSU trailing, has the ball last, can they put together a drive and Cole Tracy make a kick? Or defensively, LSU's up, can they get one more stop to get home with a win? I think it's that kind of game in College Station on Saturday. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Finally, we need a fun game. Let's see, Jamie Levine. Good morning. The more I watch Jacoby Stevens, the more I think he may become a solid player. Looks like a tackling machine. Super athletic, man. You can use him in coverage. Use him at the line. You can use him as a pass rusher. I mean, he's, in that respect, some ways like Delpit. He's not as good in coverage, obviously, as Delpit is. But big physical guy at the line and athletic enough to come off the edge. Mickey Trish, check out Duncan's article on Breeze this morning. Saints offense scoring historic levels. Will do, thank you. Steven Ensminger Jr., what's up, dude? Randy Messina, what's up, dude? Brittany Delahousse, good morning. Pete Giardino. Larry Daigle. Raul, what's up, dude? Ray Connolly, good morning. Ray, I saw your post in Orlando from game day yesterday. That was cool. Daniel Gidry, good morning. Drew, give us a filter. He'll hit it eventually. Mark Allen, do you think Gus Bus goes to Kansas with Miles? He's getting fired. I don't think Gus is getting fired, man. I mean, their AD has come out just plainly and said he will be back next year. Their president has come out and plainly said he'll be back next year. Gus has said I'll be the coach next year. It's not the vote of confidence. Like, we support him. It's no, he's coming back. Like, he will be back next year. And I think a big part of that is just the financial nut. I mean, if they fired him, they'd have to pay him $32 million, I think. I mean, they just gave him a 7-year contract last year. I mean, everybody's all eager to fire people, but no, I don't think Gus is going with Les to Kansas now. Let's see. Mike Edwards, haven't seen Chris Curry in a while. Injury, not enough carries to go around. Well, he played early in the season, and then he hasn't played since, so they can maintain the red shirt. So Ed announced that this week that he wouldn't take carries this week because of if he played another game, he'd lose that red shirt year. It was cool to see Tate Provins last night. You could tell he's got some burst, man. He's just small. You know, let Tommy Moffitt get his hand on him for another year, and you could have a really nice, maybe number 3 back, next year with Clyde and Emery probably your 1-2. See what role Ty Davis might play coming in. But Provins could end up being like a good change of pace, pretty quick guy. That was impressive. The first run of the night he had was impressive because it was just so quick to the hole. Just different, different style of back from the other guys. Carl, any word with Les to Kansas officially? Might hear something today officially from Kansas this evening. But Ross reported it first, and then when CBS comes, then ESPN comes, and like everybody is like, oh yeah, they're finalizing it. It's at that point, it's done. It's just at that point, it's how you phrase it, right? You phrase it to leave yourself a little wiggle room to get off the hook, but everybody has the story, so. But officially, I mean, it would make sense if they did it today. You would never do something like that on a Saturday, like on a game day, because you wouldn't want to take away from the games. So you do it on a Sunday. You could kind of dominate the news cycle, be on all the Sunday night shows, and then Monday, when everybody's recapping the weekend, you are right at the forefront of all the conversation for a week. So it makes sense. It makes sense if they do it today. And there's no reason to wait because David Beatty's already been fired. So if Les is your guy and it's already leaked out there, there's no reason to wait. So I'd imagine maybe today. I'd be curious. So they were, if y'all saw, Les and the family were in North Carolina yesterday for the game, to see Manny. I wouldn't be surprised if from there he went, like if he went from there, let's say to Kansas, and they introduced him. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see. Or I don't know officially what they'll do, but that would make sense, wouldn't it? Anyway, Jonathan Taylor, what's up? Jerry DeLucky, good morning. Brent Burgess, no apologies needed. He's too funny. Life of a dad. Whiskey and wine is awesome. Just a man cave of sports talk. I appreciate it, Brent. That's very cool, man. We have fun with it. I mean, I realize like that style isn't for everybody because we drink and we curse, and I get it. I mean, that's not a for everybody. Some people don't like it for that reason. Like Gordy's gotten some emails. I can't believe you'd let them do this. It's like, understand what it is, man. It's midnight and we're recapping games and everybody's sitting around having a pop, and it's at least you're home. And anyway, if you don't like it, don't watch it, sort of thing. But thank you, I appreciate it, Brent. Logan Bourgeois, good morning. Lowell Cormier, good morning, sir. If Les takes the Kansas job, any surprises to who will be on his staff? So typically, when coaches get jobs like that, they've already started the process of assembling a staff or reaching out to people about their interest. And it's especially sped up now. By the way, that's the other reason why if you're Kansas, you make the announcement now so Les can go start recruiting for next year because of the December signing period. I really think it's one of the reasons that we might have talked about this on the air the other day. I can't remember. I do so many, I'd say it's weird. I do so many shows. It's like I can't remember where I say things, but that's why also you have to be consistent with your opinions, because if you start changing stuff up, then you'll get stuck. So that's why I always just be honest. Because of the December signing period, like that's why I think you're going to start to see, and you did last year, and I think this year as well, you'll start to see teams that are going to make coaching changes do it earlier because of the December signing period. Because the earlier you make the announcement or fire a coach and get your new guy in, the better chance you have of salvaging whatever in that December signing period. So, David Beatty at Kansas and bringing in Les is a great example of it. Auburn announcing Gus is back, so nobody's negative recruiting him over this month. Mike McIntyre at Colorado. While they haven't formally fired him, reports leaked a couple weeks or last week that they'd be parting ways at the end of the season. Colorado hasn't denied it. You see what I mean? So a lot of times that happens anyway. So Fresh Market. Cool. Anyway, you blowing kisses? You want to blow kisses to everybody this morning? You can blow kisses. Milk. You drink your milk later. We're working on drinking out of a cup. 1. Miss Taylor. Ethan and John Paul. Where do you see them at? Gymnastics? You blew a kiss? That was very sweet. Can you say gymnastics? Gymnastics. Hey, I love your shirt, Drew. Hey, can you say who dat? Hey, say who dat? Can you say who dat? Oh, no, not Itsy Bitsy Spider. Say who dat? Of course, he won't perform. Anyway. So anyway, the question was any surprises on staff. I mean, I've heard some of the names. I mean, just think about people who are maybe not coaching right now, whose paths he's crossed. Not Cam Cameron, so for those that might wonder, no. But there's some obvious ones out there. And I think there's potentially... Excuse me, huh? I bet you yawn too. No names I'm comfortable saying right now. I just don't want it to be like, oh, you said ... But there's at least one name that would be like, oh, if he gets this guy to go to Kansas with him, it would be impressive. Michael Cooper idea one time on AFR, have Richard Condon, Ryan Terrio, and Russ Mitchell at the same time. Nobody would get a word in. An intelligible word. Justin Hudson, what's up? Let's see. Daniel Guidry, why isn't Marshall seeing more time with all the drops from Sullivan and Jefferson? It's a good question, man. I don't know. I like the fact that he got out there last night, had a couple of catches early in the game, and he's dynamic, man. My guess is that it's one of those things where you got to know your playbook, man. If they put you out there, you got to be able to run the right route, know the concepts, and all that sort of stuff. So if you're slower coming along there, it's not just about catching the football. My point would be, man, teach that kid 4 plays. Say, master these 4 plays. I know Hannegriff's told the story before, but that's what Nick did with Skylar Green in 2002. We just didn't see Skylar much, and he basically went and told Jimbo, said, hey, teach him one play, have him master that play. And then against Arkansas that year was the Miracle in Markham game. Skylar caught the long touchdown pass, the long catch and run in that game. And it was like, that was his play. That was the play. But I agree, man. You find a way with guys like that are that dynamic, man. Get them the ball. Kip Kippers, Mark Capone, good morning. Where has Marshall been all year? Look, I think it's it's a combination of issues, right? So, I would love to see the guy on the field more, but it's one of those things where if you can't protect, so you leave your tight end in, well, you have one less receiver on the field. If you leave your back in, you have one less receiver on the field, right? So if you only have 2 or 3 receiver routes, and you got to decide which 2 or 3 guys you're going to put out there. Well, clearly Jefferson is their one.
Mommy.
Stephon Sullivan is mommy. Stephon Sullivan, depending on the route, D. Anderson, Derek Dillon have been out there. Jamar Chase. So just like how far down the list do you go? As you're rotating, do you get seat? Oh, sorry. What? Momo?
Home Depot.
And Home Depot. Home Depot. Hey, listen. Hey, Drew. Hey, I have a question for you. That always gets him.
What about?
Hey, I have a question for you.
Gymnastics.
Sam. Oh, gymnastics. Very good. Hey, hey, Drew. Do you after Dad's show, do you want to go to Home Depot? Yep, we can do that. Got him. You heard me? That'll show him. Put filters on my face, bro. Show him, little boy. Let's see. Matt, think we get back a few injured players this week. The guys I would look for are in the secondary, obviously. Not sure about Christian Fulton, man. That sucks. Kelvin Joseph had a hamstring injury. Held him out last night, which was smart. Battle played. Fajoko's the other one. Dude, I was told Fajoko tore his bicep. And so they sat him against Georgia. They sat him against Mississippi State. Smart. He got the extra week of rest. They played him against Bama. And then they sat him against Arkansas. Sat him last night as well. I mean, I know we've talked about it before, but that's usually like a season-ending injury. I was really surprised he played against Bama, but I guess where there's a will, there's a way, sort of thing. But I think it's the deal where you play him if you need him, but if you don't need him, they're thin there. But Neil Farrell's played well this year. Some of those young guys they rolled out last night. I mean, good Lord, Davin Cotton and who was the other kid? 47. Oh, I wrote it down. Nelson Jenkins. Those two guys. Maybe it's just because they were like dogs in a cage that have been waiting all year to play, and they finally said, "All right, go get them." And it was fresh legs late in the game after in game 11, and they were just raring to go. But those dudes, Home Depot, those dudes were on fire, man. They played another guy out there too. Oh, they played Dominic Livingston. We got to see Cam Lewis and Manny Natalie last night as well late. But hey, hey, no, let's not do that. No, Drew. Stop doing that, baby. Ha. That's not funny. I like your shirt though.
Big block.
Big block? Oh, what? Home Depot. I love you. Scone. By Scone? No, not by Scone. Hi, Scone. Well, don't grab my watch, baby. Don't do that.
Home Depot.
You want to sit on Dad's lap? Okay. Oh, I love you. Oh, what? Because that's what Daddy's do.
Home Depot.
That was our little song when he was a little baby. And I would click my... Mommy. And I would click, I'd go, because that's what Daddies do.
Mommy.
We stand and bounce our baby Drew. Mommy is taking a nap, baby.
Home Depot.
Mommy sleeps on Sundays.
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Peekaboo. The peekaboo. Home Depot.
Home Depot. We'll do Home Depot after Dad's show, okay? After Dad's show. Hey, look, this is Dad's show. Dad's show. After Dad's show, we'll go to Home Depot. What you just said is not English. That's not real words. I mean. Okay. Let's see. Jerry, good morning. Michael Cooper, if LSU takes down A&M, will it be peach or sugar? So, depends on Georgia. So let's say LSU beats A&M, Bama beats Georgia. The committee would have a decision to make. Do you move LSU ahead of Georgia? Both would have 2 losses, but Georgia would have 1 more win. Obviously, Georgia would be 11-2. LSU would be 10-2, but LSU would have a head-to-head. If the committee put LSU over Georgia, then LSU would go sugar. The highest-rated team from the SEC, not in the playoff, goes sugar. So that really depends on what happens with Georgia. If Georgia's ahead of LSU, then there's 2 options, depending on what happens with like Big 12. If their champion ends up getting into the playoff, which I don't think is going to happen. But I do. And West Virginia lost yesterday too, which makes them getting 2 in the New Year's 6 somewhat tenuous. But I think it still could happen. And the other thing that's odd too, don't overlook this possibility. So West Virginia lost last night. Texas won. Remember, the two teams with the best record at the end of the season play in the conference championship game for the Big 12. There's no divisions, just everybody plays everybody, and top 2 teams play in the championship game. So next week, Oklahoma and West Virginia play. And Texas plays Kansas. So I think we're all going to assume Texas is going to beat Kansas. So Texas would be 7-2 in conference. If Oklahoma beats West Virginia, then if Oklahoma beats West Virginia would have a 3rd conference loss, so it would be Oklahoma-Texas in the conference championship game. If West Virginia beats Oklahoma, then you have 3 teams with 2 losses, and now it's a mess, and I actually don't know how, all which would have beaten each other, and I don't know how they work out that tiebreaker, actually. So I don't know how that tiebreaker would work if West Virginia beats Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't know. I have homework now. I have to go look up how that Big 12 tiebreaker works. So anyway, point is, it's possible that LSU could be in the sugar playing a Big 12 school. It's possible they could be in the peach playing Central Florida. It's possible they could be in the Fiesta playing either Central Florida or a Big 12 school. But I think you've pretty much narrowed it down to Sugar Peach Fiesta, and you're going to play either Oklahoma, West Virginia, Texas, or Central Florida. I think like those are your most likely options. Mwah. And I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. I think even if LSU loses to A&M at 9-3, I think they still go New Year's 6, probably peach against Central Florida. That's my opinion. Because I think the committee has shown a lot of respect for LSU to this point. The fact that as a 2-loss team, they're still 7th ahead of 3 1-loss teams and an undefeated Central Florida. So I do think that LSU, even if they lose on the road to A&M, they still will be in the New Year's 6. Just my opinion, but I think it'll happen. Chris Robert, Jamie Fitch, Kate Hutchinson, Clayton Wolf. Good morning, everybody. Carl, maybe you can have less on AFR after he gets the job. 100% will. I mean, I'm sure he'll do it by that point. He'll be running the media circuit. And I've had Les on a few times. He's tough to run down though, man. Like, try to get him on the Bama week. Try to get him on another time during the season. And he told me, he said he had acting classes. And his acting class was like from 3 to 6:30. I'm like, well, that doesn't really do us well because I'm on 3 to 6, obviously. So, but I would imagine that once he's officially in that capacity, he will be eager to promote his his new job and try to recruit, and I'd love to have Les on. It'd be great. The odd thing is that when he was the coach at LSU, I never had Les on my show one time. Not once. So it's odd now that Les has to go to Kansas for me to get him on the show. Let's see. Jamie, do you see anyone on the LSU staff who could go to Kansas in an upgraded position? That's interesting. Not really. Home Depot.
Bebo.
Bebo. Depot.
Memo.
Mimo. Mickey Mouse. Look at that little sly smile.
Home Depot.
Oh, really?
That show.
That show. Here you go. Digging his finger in his nose. Why do kids do that? Jamie, I'm thinking of your question. People like from LSU staff that could go to... So typically you'd think of a GA that might get a full-time job or a position coach that could become a coordinator, and I don't think so. The one I tell you maybe to look out for is Mateos. He's the guy that kind of made news this week as the former LSU assistant that offered Zion Williamson. He's at Texas State now. I think he was coaching. Like whenever Ed took over as interim coach, Mateos went to coach tight ends when Steve got elevated to go to be the OC when they fired Cam. But Mateos, I think he was working with linebackers. I could be wrong, but I think he was working with linebackers. And at Texas State, I want to say he's the offensive line coach right now. So theoretically, that's a guy that maybe if Les thinks highly of him enough, I don't know, thought highly enough of him to make him a GA, maybe Les would hire him at Kansas, say, hey, come be my line coach. So he goes from Texas State to Kansas, so he goes into the Big 12, pay. That's sort of how you advance. Like, that's the kind of thing I might be able to see happen, but I don't know. Hi.
Howdy, Bo.
Howdy, Bo.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye, Depot.
Bye, Depot. You can say bye, Depot. We haven't even gotten there yet. Let's see. Jeb, is Salisbury seriously in play as a staff addition this offseason? I would think so, man. I don't know if that's serious as a full-time assistant. Because that would be unconventional to hire someone as a first-time coach as a full-time spot. But then again, Ed's done some unconventional things. Elevating Steve was unconventional. Pete Jenkins and Jerry Sullivan were both unconventional just because they were just retired guys in analyst roles who made full-time staff members. Dennis Johnson, typically guys don't get, like, their first full-time job isn't at a place like LSU. Typically it's like what Mateos has done, right? He's GA, now you go to Texas State as the offensive line coach, and then you work your way up. So Ed's done some unconventional things. It wouldn't shock me if like, let's say, hypothetically, Jerry Sullivan retires again or moves into an analyst role. They bring in Sean and say, all right, Sean, you work with quarterbacks. Steve will be the OC, and go back to working with tight ends, and Mickey Joseph works with receivers. Theoretically, I guess. There's a way you can make it work. But I don't know. It's as an analyst, to me, it's a no-brainer. Add whoever you want as an analyst. Like any set of eyes, LSU can afford it. Any set of eyes that makes you better, follow me. Oh, let's see. Brian McCrary, Big Block. Good morning, Scone. How high could Les take Kansas? After Dad's show, we'll go to Home Depot. Hey, Depot.
Home Depot.
You want to come get Daddy a hug? I love you. You want to get Daddy a... No, you just want to play clap hands.
The itsy bug.
Oh, the itsy spider? The itsy bitsy spider. When
I'm a dog.
Bum, 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 bum.
Home Depot. Home Depot.
Home Depot. We will go to Home Depot. After Dad's show, we'll go to Home Depot. Right? Love you. I love you. I don't like that cough though, bro. I ain't like it. I ain't like that cough. You got me nervous how you sitting, bro. I don't want you to fall. What? Love you. Go watch Big Block. Daddy has to finish his show so we can go to Hadipa and just walk around. All right, let's see. Steven Gremion, what's up? Ben Clark, hey Matt, heading to the Dome today. Enjoy, Ben. Should be a great day, man. I'm jealous. Megan Boyce, Matt Block. I did not block that guy. We had some fun. It was funny. Dale Broussard, Hugh Freeze, Kansas OC.
Mommy.
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 Mommy. Oh, Dale, I'm going to resume my look. Dale. Dale said Hugh Freeze, Kansas OC. Craig Schilling, good morning, dude. Sterling Kidder, offensive mind of Les Miles would need a top 5 defense to compete, and he would need a restraining order put on him for quarterbacks. Les gets in with 100 feet of a quarterback. He's sucking the talent right out of him. You know what? You know what's interesting though is I get the jokes, but when Les was at Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy was his offensive coordinator, pretty wide open. He came to LSU and he inherited Jimbo, and they slung it around. And then he got Croton in 07, and they were pretty wide open. It was the 08 pick 6 year with Jarrett Lee that turned him. And he changed and decided he just was never going to lose games that way again. He may not have an option at a place like Kansas. So we'll see. You're going to have to win at a place like Kansas a little gimmicky. And in the Big 12, you're not going to be able to recruit 4- and 5-star linemen and backs to be able to play at Kansas the way he did at LSU. And I think he probably recognizes that. So it'll be interesting. Justin Babin, Roland, will we see any more Kirkland in the Wildcat? I hope so. I love the look. I hated that the kid fumbled. Mentioned it a bit ago. It's one of those things where I kind of wish they would have gone back to it on the next series, like the first play, just to let him go get the bad one out of his system to flush it, but they never went back to it. Jason Meeks, good morning. Isaac Landry, you think the players know the offense? I don't know what you mean. Sorry, man. Kerry Hughes, good morning. Pete Giardino, boom, got him. God, I guess that's all. God, is that all the way back to Dad? Is that all the way back to when I was putting filters on them? God, sorry, y'all. I'll speed through. Lee McCaffrey, Gordy Rush, hey, Gordon Lyndon Rush III, watching us here on a Sunday morning. Thanks, G Rush. Mark Allen, 72 looks good. That was Shelvin. Hope to see him more. I do too, man. You can tell, like, he's explosive. Now it was Rice. But clearly he flashed it, Keep that weight down, big dog. Elise Burgess, Michael Gotro, good morning. Michael Cooper, thanks for Home Depot love. Do that for them. Home Depot should be sponsored, especially wearing orange. That's as much as that kid runs in here and says that. But we are sponsored by Boudreaux's, Bloody Mary Mix and Margarita Mix. So please like they're tagged in this post. Please go like their page. And if you feel so inclined, if you're a Bloody Mary or Margarita guy, if you're not in the greater Baton Rouge area, you can buy it online at boudreauxmix.com. Mark Allen, all moms sleep on Sundays, or there's hell to pay. But Erica, she gets up early. She works at St. Jude School, so she's up and out the house early every day. And we both kind of burn the midnight oil, just getting stuff ready for Drew for the next day and for work and all. So, and I get up, like my body clock, I wake up at 6 every day anyway. So I'm just up. I didn't go to bed till almost 1 last night. I was watching Pac-12 after dark, but I still woke up at 6:20. So woke up, got up with Drew. Whatever. I just don't mind. I get up. Josh Halley, love it. Matt, let's see. Home Depot doesn't let's see. George Mueller. Good morning, Brennan. Looks like Burt Jones during warm-ups. He's got a great arm, man. Scott Rodri, good morning. Trivia, what would happen if Auburn beats Bama? If Auburn beats Bama... Fresh Market.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. If Auburn beats Bama and Clemson and Notre Dame remain... What are you doing? Clemson and Notre Dame... 8? 9. A. B. I don't know. C. Seat. If Auburn beats Bama, Bama still goes to the SEC championship game. A one-loss Bama SEC champion probably still gets in, but you'd want Clemson, Notre Dame still to be undefeated, but I'd still think one-loss SEC champion gets in. I think it becomes a little more hairy if Georgia is the one-loss SEC champion. If Bama beats Auburn, loses to Georgia, that's how I think Bama could be out, because I think you'd have Clemson, Notre Dame, Georgia, and then if Michigan beats Ohio State, wins the Big Ten, as a one-loss Big Ten champion, their only losses in the season opener to Notre Dame, I think Michigan's in as the 4 and Bama's out. Let's see, Lori Prophet, good morning. Pull out of a hat for a tiebreaker. Danny Braywick. Oh, the Big 12 tiebreaker. Y'all, I'm so behind on these comments. I think Big 12 tiebreaker is the 2 highest ranked teams. Okay, that makes sense. If it's the 2 highest ranked teams in the committee rankings, which my guess would be the last team to lose would drop. Meaning, if so watch Texas and West Virginia this week then, because Texas may leap West Virginia. That may happen. I think you're going to get... The game next week is in... The West Virginia-Oklahoma game is in Morgantown. And Oklahoma can't stop anybody. So if West Virginia wins that one, and Texas beat Oklahoma head-to-head, they'd probably put Texas at Oklahoma. You'd probably get a West Virginia-Texas rematch. But that'd be fun. All right, Bubba Abear, Jason Bourgeois, Ryan Broussard, good morning. Ask him what happened 1/9/2012. I think we all know. They got their ass kicked. They practiced the option for a month, and Bama stuffed it, and they didn't adjust. Got their ass kicked by a better team. Wow. What? Home Depot. We're almost done, bud. Almost done. We'll go to Home Depot. Michael, Saints best team in the NFL? Absolutely. The only team that had a case would have been the Rams, and they were up 21 on the Rams in the Dome. Happy birthday, Papa. It's not Papa's birthday. What you doing? He's stuck. Y'all don't tell Hester I got him on my wall. That's the Florida touchdown right there. Don't tell him I got him on my wall.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't touch that, baby. Please no. Don't touch that. Fresh Market. No, we go to Calandro's around here. Calandro's, very good. All right. Corey Messina, Derek Hopper. Did you see Puka last night? He did 200 yards rushing. It was awesome. Against Oklahoma's a dreadful defense, but good for Puka. Keith Vickner, what's up? Carrie, is Salisbury really the answer, though? I don't know. Unconventional. Like, for me, if you want to bring in a guy, bring in Kendall Briles. That's what I keep saying. I mean, young, innovative, everywhere he's been, his offensive has clicked. If you make Kendall Briles and Steve co-OCs, however you want to do it. I mean, I don't even care who calls plays, just bring in somebody on staff who's running innovative offense. bring in that guy, however you want to do it. Chase Livingston, what's up? Let's see, Kentucky 3 yards in a cloud of wheat. Perhaps Terrio can get Jeffrey Hathorn as this week's guest picker. If you don't get the Jeffrey, I don't know if it's Hathorn or Hathorn. Hathorne is how he said it, how he spells it, but Hathorn maybe. Go watch Whiskey and Wine. Scroll to like the last 5 minutes of Whiskey and Wine last night and you'll get it. Is your bet on the line versus the Aggies or 2 wins to go? No, that's it, man. Bet on the bet with Dwayne comes down to A&M. If LSU beats A&M, Dwayne wins $500. If A&M beats LSU, I win $500. Easy. Trivia Carter, Les will build a defense as well. As we all know, the Big 12 don't do well against defensive teams, so Big 12 championship for sure. I'll be curious to see who he gets there as a DC for sure. Let's see if Les hired Hugh Freeze as OC, I'd lose my mind. Matt, you see what Puka was doing? Yeah, I thought about that. Alex, morning scone is great. It starts every morning. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. Bo Carter, good morning. Maury, LSU is going to beat Texas A&M. I think it's a coin flip. You made me pick today. I'd pick A&M. Darren Bourgeois, Rick Haddad, Meridoc, good morning, Matt. I think I heard it on your show that Softsure's an Alabama lean. Is that correct? If so, is that a done deal or does LSU still have a shot? I think you always have a shot until the ink dries on the paper, but and I don't know from the standpoint of like having firsthand information. Like I've never spoken to Ishmael Softshirt or anyone related to him or close to him. That's not my deal with recruiting. But everyone that covers recruiting, that does that sort of stuff, they all like will tell you candidly, yeah, he's Bama. So, but the other kid, Devontae Lee, his teammate, they think they're getting to LSU to play safety. Kirby LeBlanc, Bruce Parker, Chris Merrill, Douglas Duhan, good morning. All right, we're at the end of the comments, which means we're at the end of the show. It is Morning Scone, presented by Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mixed Margarita Mix. Tomorrow we will be back for Morning Scone, Locked on LSU podcast for A&M week. Excited about that. Please like Boudreaux's page on here. If you haven't hit the share button for this video yet this morning, I greatly appreciate that. It's a big help. I'm going to go share it to the ESPN page as well. Don't tell Gordy. Actually, I don't care if you tell Gordy. I'm going to do it anyway. Boom, sharing this to ESPN page. So we get some more views on it. Grow this thing. Keep growing. Morning Scone. Sell some Boudreaux, all that good stuff. So anyway, all right, y'all have an awesome day. I guess we're going to go to Holiday Ball here in a minute. So y'all have an awesome day. We will see y'all tomorrow. Morning Scone. Later.